Big Bertha, the largest tunnel boring machine made by Hitachi, was only used once during its lifetime to build the Alaskan Way Viaduct. And guess what? It costed $80 million to build this monstrous machine. Big Bertha was stuck at 150 feet below the streets of Seattle in late 2013. Weighing 6,700 tons, the giant digger was challenged to build a tunnel wide enough to carry almost 4 lanes of motor traffic under the center of Seattle. The big machine started overheating when it hit a long steel pipe that was left buried for more than a decade and laid motionless as a result of repair for almost 2 years. Bertha resumed chewing its way into the tunnels after a tedious 2-year construction delay, only to be stopped again due to a sinkhole that appeared. The initial project completion date was December 2015, but because of the constant issues faced by Big Bertha, it was delayed by 3 years to eventually open in February 2019. After the project was completed, Big Bertha was dismantled and the final pieces were removed from the tunnel in August 2017. Raising the American flag in salute to the moment. Number 4. Hollands Rail Tunnel, Sweden. In late September 1997, something was not right at the construction site of the Hollands Rail Tunnel. Workers complained that a foul odor could be detected at the site along with visible symptoms. It was also reported that cows that drank from seepage water nearby became paralyzed and eventually died. In a fish breeding facility where seepage water was released, it was also reported that the fish died, and a total of 29 wells were polluted. So, what went wrong? In January 2002, 2 deputy managers at the Skanska construction firm were found guilty by the Swedish court for breaching work environment legislations. They imposed fines on them and the Skanska construction firm. A toxic chemical compound known as Rocagil was used to seal cracks in the rocks of the tunnel. The sealant ended up poisoning 19 tunnel workers who gave their statements in court explaining the symptoms they felt, such as prickling sensations in the limbs, headaches, cramps, irritation in the eyes, nausea, and dizziness. The toxic chemical compound levels were exceeded many times inside the tunnel during the construction. Not only that, but the problem of leaking groundwater increased, causing several wells on the ridge to dry up. And nearly 200 property owners had complained about the reduced water supply. Number 3. The Big Dig, Boston, USA. On July 10, 2006, a woman was fatally killed after 12 tons of cement ceiling fell on the car her husband was driving in the tunnel. Inspectors found at least 60 faulty bolt fixtures. According to tests conducted in 1999, it was discovered that ceiling bolts tended to creep out and come loose. The family of the victim were paid a settlement of $28 million. The Big Dig Megaproject was completed with failures, successes, and what-ifs. It's believed to be the most expensive highway in U.S. history. No joke. Everything that could go wrong did go wrong. The Big Dig, officially known as the Central Artery Tunnel Project, was constructed to redirect the highway that passes through Boston into a 3.5-mile tunnel. Not only that, but it also called for the construction of additional tunnels and a bridge. The project had a unique challenge, which was to construct a tunnel in the middle of Boston without crippling the city. But the disruption that arose from the building of the tunnel was a major headache for the Bostonians. With an original estimate of $2.8 billion, the project was delayed 8 years, rocketing the final cost to $24.3 billion. Number 2. The Hotel of Doom, Pyongyang, North Korea. Holding the Guinness World Record as the tallest unoccupied building in the world, the unfinished 105-story Ryzeong Hotel is seen as the most iconic building in North Korea. Ryzeong Hotel has never hosted a single guest but remains an international fascination. Scheduled to open in 1989, the construction of the hotel was ceased in 1992 when all funds dried up during the economic troubles that followed the breakdown of the Soviet Union in North Korea. By this time, the hotel had reached its full height, but the inside was never completed. At the very top of the hotel, an 8-story cone-shaped section was only supposed to feature revolving fancy restaurants. To everyone's shock, the external work began suddenly on the hotel in 2008, with the installation of glass panels all over the surface. Because of its unique structure, it was used for fireworks display and as a gigantic LED screen. The hotel remains empty to date, and it appears to stay that way for the foreseeable future. Number 1. Ciudad Real Central Airport, Spain. Welcome to the €1 billion abandoned ghost airport that was ironically built in the middle of nowhere, 141 miles away from the Spanish capital. Spain, a country known for its stone castles, vast monuments, and sophisticated cities, is one of the frequently visited countries in Europe. The European economy was booming in the early 2000s, which meant that construction projects were easily funded. Airports were required due to the increased tourism, and the budget was available, right? That's not the case here. Because of the 2008 financial crisis, many projects were affected, including the Ciudad Real Airport. Opening in 2009 to much hype, the airport was originally designed to take excess traffic from Madrid's Barajas Airport. Its passengers terminal was only designed to handle 2 million passengers per year. And if the planned expansion was completed, then it could handle up to 10 million passengers. As airlines were trying to save cost, Ciudad Airport seemed a little too far for passengers and airlines to absorb. The airport remained open for just 3 years and hosted flights from only 2 low-cost carriers of Ryanair and Vueling. Shortly after, the airport shut down and was put up for sale. The airport is now being used as a maintenance and storage facility and is hosting cargo flights from China, bringing medical equipment to help fight the pandemic. As it remains abandoned, large yellow crosses are painted over the crumbling runway to alert pilots of the forgotten airfield. This is the end of the video. Do let us know which mega project you think was a waste of time and money. Do not forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and turn on your post notifications. See you in the next one.